Oh my gosh, are we live? Oh. Hey, we're back. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. We're actually live now, guys. Ha. Oh, okay. Alright, sick. There's so much going on. Oh. Oh, you guys are in for a treat now that it's actually just like... Oh no! Hold on, I think I might do one more thing. Oh, we have to fix... No. Oh, no. We have to do so many things to set this up. Oh, okay. Well, hey guys. We're here. This is not a really convenient spot. I definitely need to workshop this. This is better than what it was, but it's still not great. So that's okay. Well, you guys can look at my hand for a little bit. But I'm just trying to... I showed up late. That's my problem. I need to remember that this is like... that this takes a while to set up. And that's okay. I just need to... Ugh. I need to prep better. Because half of this is just like... is going to be me like standing. I'm going to be standing for the next like hour and a half. So I really got to start streaming at like 5. Which is okay. And then I have to save as a JPEG. There's gonna be a lot of like moving around and stuff. Oh, great. No. Guys, forget about what you're gonna see. Oh my gosh, you're seeing Photoshop. Oh, jeez. Golly. Okay. Other source said other base. Cool. There we go. Okay, awesome. And then this is gonna be crazy bonkers. I definitely need to reevaluate how I do this, which is fine. Just hello guys, you can see my hand. Big pod, full streams. This. Oh my god. Okay. If this is not working. Okay. I think that's fine. That's fine for that. Okay. Ugh. Oh, guys, Guys, this is taking forever. This is taking so long. Okay, but that's fine. So okay, well, guys, welcome to the first ever IRL stream. You can see my hands. Woo! This is the fun part. Is that I'm going to show off my amiibo collection. Which I have a lot. Some are in boxes, but there's a lot of different things going on, and just kind of wanted to let you guys see entirely of what a regular collector looks like. Because I own almost 100 amiibo. I don't own all of them, but I love collecting amiibo, and I wanted to show them off. And so, first one we're going to start off with is we're gonna start off with the Smash Brothers series. That's the first one. So we're gonna start off. I'll show you some of the ones I have like in the box. This is the Wolf amiibo, and I keep him in the box because he's a main of mine. He's, Wolf O'Donnell. Here he is in all of his glory. I don't know if that's gonna focus or not. I'll keep him at a good distance so you can get a good look at him. This is currently my top shelf of where I keep everything. And then we go into the big man himself, King Barul, my guy. This is the guy who I play the most because I'm scum, but it's okay. And I just like playing as the big dudes. And it's all fine and good. I keep him in the box as well. I'm not going to open him, but it would be pretty cathartic if I just opened it up on stream. Then we go into, I only have him in the middle just because of simplicity's sake, and he is in a bigger box. Shulk, the Monado guy. This is pretty funny because yesterday they released the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 amiibo, and they're completely out of stock. And Xenoblade Chronicle fans are bananas, I've come to find out. But I keep him in the box. There's also a Shulk amiibo in my house that is unboxed. So there's two, but that's okay. I really like Shulk. He's really cool, and he was one of my top picks in Smash 4, just because he was a cool guy, and I absolutely love him. So I'm glad that I have kept him in the box. Next, this one I'm very prideful about too because it's worth a lot. Joker, not the Batman villain. He has those nice little details, all those little blue flames that like go across the bottom. But then he has his little pose and everything. He's just a neat little guy, and I absolutely love Joker and how he looks in Smash 4 and how he plays. Joker's a top pick of mine. Again, he stays in the box because he's a main. Maybe one day I will open up everything and I'll have him. But next is Terry Bogard, big muscly bicep guy. Goodness gracious, look at, gosh, it just focused on every single bicep that he had. And goodness gracious, I wish I was as ripped as this guy. I've never played Fatal Fury, I have to say, but I am a huge Terry Bogard fan because he's just a lot of fun to play. He's just fun, and I love playing as him. And I want to know more about Fatal Fury, but I just don't because I am an adult and I have a lot of responsibilities instead of just hopping into a brand new Japanese fighting game. But that is the top of the mains shelf. From here, there's kind of an order, kind of not an order. Not super not super in order. I'll show you a couple more boxed ones for the Smash line before we get to anything. Just before we go to anything crazy, I'll show you just a couple I keep in boxed. I think they're cool. We have the Banjo-Kazooie one, which I do love Banjo-Kazooie. I'm a huge fan of their games. I grew up playing their games. But Banjo-Kazooie, gosh, they just look so nice. They have the little Jiggy at the bottom. Oh, Banjo was probably the most excited I've been for a character ever. well, not ever for Smash, but definitely one of them. And this has been, it's been great to see him. Oh, but I just don't think that Banjo's that fun of a character to play as. But I'm glad that I got the amiibo because again, it's a Banjo-Kazooie collector's item, and it's hard to get those nowadays. Next, I'll show you. This is the last one for the Smash series. Well, technically, the last one that I have in box. Rob, but he's red because with Robert here, he has the colors of the Famicom, which was what the colors of the NES were. It's like the Japanese name for the NES, and so they released him in two forms: his gray form and his Famicom colors. And I just like how he looks because everybody loves Bobbert. He just looks so neat, and I love Rob. Rob is great, and especially just looking like this. It's just a nice little collector's thing. If you love Nintendo history, you would love having original Bobbert colors. Okay, so that's all of. Okay, well, I might as well show the last one here. I technically have one more in box, but I don't display it. I kind of keep it stored because when these got a reprint, and when they got a reprint, I hopped onto it and I accidentally ordered 2 of them because maybe I can. Well, you'll just see. I got a female Corrin amiibo, and there's one in box. I have one later on that you'll see that's in that is around here that you can see all of her little toes. That's cool, I guess. And then you can see just kind of all the corn. I don't know why. I don't know why that I thought that I didn't already order it, but I'm not one to stock up and have doubles. But I have one of Corrin, so she's in the box. She's here. I don't really show her off that much because she's already on my display case. But it's fine. Okay, whatever. So now I'm going to get to the actual shelf, which there's a lot that are not in box, which is fine. I'm totally cool with the ones that are not in the box because they're much easier to grab and a lot cooler to see. So first one we have is Samus. Samus Aran. You can see there's a nice little detail. You have her arm cannon. I want my camera to focus. I don't know where I need to put it to focus, but that's fine. You can see all the little details just kind of walking forward. Not a super dynamic amiibo for sure, but one of the nicer looking ones from the beginning of amiibo because there's a really weird trend that some of the humans look a little weird, especially early amiibo. They look a little funny, but this one, because there's not a face, it looks fine, and I'm really fond of this one. But you can't have Samus without her other version. Other Samus. This Samus is super cool. I actually am super fond of this one. If you can kind of see it. It kind of glistens, and it's because there's this weird texture across it. The Dark Samus was cool. I love the concept of Echo Fighters because you can bring people into the game that, yes, you can they could be a skin, but also just there's enough differences that they could be in here and that they could be added in. Which Metroid getting 2 new people in Smash Ultimate was really cool, and I'm really fond of this amiibo, and I look at it every once in a while, and it's nice. They're all kind of dusty. And they just this floating. This one is a good one. This one I'm really fond of from the Smash series. Next up, for some reason, one that was really hard to find a while ago, but I got lucky in finding it in a random recycling bin. Berkey. This one's simple. It's not hard because obviously it's Kirby's face is printed on mostly. Just with the mouth, it's kind of really hard to mess up Kirby. And this one is nice. It's nice that it sits there. I wish that they would have re-released some of like the Smash Ultimate ones with like their poses, but you know, you take what you get. So I like this one. Kirby's pretty cool. There's no ever complaining when Kirby is around, or if anybody plays as Kirby. All right, next one. This guy's a hefty little fella. Bowser, he's there. He's coming at you with like a virtual insanity type beat. See, look, he's coming at you like Jamiroquai. Coming right at you like Jamiroquai. See, he's getting. Oh gosh. Oh geez. Okay, so Bowser, like I said, he's kind of heavy. He's got a nice detail, all of his little back spines. He doesn't look super goofy up in the face. He does look a little goofy. And he's also a lot more green than the camera is showing. Some of the colors look a little bit weird, but this is definitely, like, in person, a better green, like, than it is on here. So I would say Bowser's a good one. And especially, like, the Mario series ones, which I don't own too many of the... Actually, I only own one of the actual, like, Mario series ones. And they're really cool. But Bowser's definitely a top pick. Okay. This one is one of the nicer ones that I own just because of, like, the extra detail put into it. Ice Climbers, Popo and Nana, the brothers and sisters. Like, look, they have a nice little dynamic pose. They have the little ice block on the back. These are one of the nicer Smash Brothers ones, which in Ultimate they did kind of peak. So I'm really glad that they brought back Popo and Nana for Smash Ultimate, because just getting the amiibo, you can absolutely wombo combo the cuss out of them, man. They are absolutely just balling out most of the time, and especially the amiibo. It's so nice. There's that little detail. I just love the little iceberg on the back. But yeah, here's the Ice Climbers. They look great. One of the best new ones, I would say. Okay. Now get on there, guys. Come on now. One of not a new one, but new to amiibo, Pichu. The Pichu one's simple. It looks good. I love playing as Pichu, so I wanted to get Pichu. And there's, all the nice little detail. Pichu's not that hard. Nobody ever thought it was going to be super crazy. It's really just like 2 circles with like some nubs pointing out, and then like his big old ears. And Pichu's nice. I really do enjoy playing as Pichu every once in a while. These are out of order. For the most part, my shelf is organized by like order of like their number in Smash. But these guys are going to be out of order because they sit on this nice little display stand. And appropriate because I'm playing music from all of his games. Sonic. The Sonic one looks a little goofy, I will say. Obviously, like, I'm a huge Sonic fan. Man, look at all that dust on there. Please ignore that. But I like Sonic's amiibo for the most part. But, like, he looks... I don't know. He just kind of looks a little weird. Which I know that he's, like, supposed to... He's supposed to have him face this way. Or... I don't know. Yeah, he's supposed to look like this. Like he's running. But, I don't know. He looks a little weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But this is the Sonic one. Sonic looks good. Sonic's not the worst one. That goes to other people I'll get to later. But next, one of my favorite Smash editions ever, Mega Man. Mega Man looks good. Mega Man does not have a super dynamic pose in Smash 4, but he looks good in this one. So I'm glad that they did him right, and adding him into Smash 4, and he just looks good. He looks like his regular self. Mega Man's not a complicated design, and I'm glad that the amiibo replicated that. He just kind of doesn't have like the best looking pose, I would say. But I do like the Mega Man amiibo. Okay. Next is another favorite of mine, just design-wise, but he does look a little goofy. It's Pit. Pit has this weird little ice block thing that he's doing, maybe because he's flying. But this is Pit in all of his glory. He has some detail on his wings, and he has his little sword bow thing. But his face looks a little funny. He doesn't, I don't know, he just kind of looks a little funky. But for the most part, it's not too bad. But I just kind of like Pit's pose. I don't know, I like his wings. The wings are designed pretty well. Okay, next is one that I'm quite fond of as a character, but also the amiibo. It just looks really, really good. We got Mewtwo. He's doing like he's the Jamiroquai. He's coming at you. Oh no! And then he just looks great. But golly, dude, he's got some thigh muscles going super bonkers right now. I really do like the Mewtwo amiibo, and I will continue to say it's probably one of the best ones that I own. He just looks so slick. He just looks so good, and so I love having him on display on my top shelf. The next one that we have is another favorite of mine. My favorite Pokemon, or one of them ever, is Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, you can see that it changed greens, like on the camera. What? Why is it doing that? Whoa, that's super crazy. Whoa. Okay, well, you get the idea. He's definitely a lot greener, but Bulbasaur looks super cool. He's got his big old bulb and his vine whips. Again, he looks so much more dynamic in just this pose than he did in even like Smash Brothers Brawl. And so I'm glad that they went with these types of poses for the amiibo. Even though he has a big old clear thing just absolutely puncturing him right in the belly right there. That's wild. But this is one, I love the Bulbasaur one. He looks so nice. Like he's about to be like, Bulbasaur! And then just like smack you up. So, yeah, that's Bulbasaur in a nutshell. Now next is one of my favorite ones. It's super complicated, but Steven, Minecraft Steven, he looks so blocky. Oh my gosh, I remember when the Steve amiibo got delayed and people went absolutely bananas because they were just thinking it's just some blocks. And it looks plain, and that's okay. But I think that it's a lot funnier this way. There's actually, I think if I can, hold on for a second. Steven, stand right there. I'm doing something. Okay, so I found this is an old zombie Minecraft action figure that I was gifted a while ago, and I want to kind of compare it. They're actually pretty similar. I mean, obviously, like there's like joints that move and whatnot, but they're not too different, like height-wise and width-wise. That's kind of crazy. They're fairly similar, which again, Steve is not complicated. Don't complicate Steve. Alright, so anyways, yes, Minecraft Steve, he's here. That is super cool. I love having Steve. Alright, next one I have on my list is the bird Yeah. Brr. Oh, it's Falco. He's dabbing. That's cool. And he's like just doing a really goofy. He's supposed to be posed like this, but it's much funnier to think that he's just like hitting an epic dab, or he's just running like real goofy, like he's just running right at you. Falco's one of the cooler ones to have as well. Like the Star Fox characters are nice. I don't have Fox, but I could get him, and he would kind of complete the whole collection. But Falco just has a really weird pose. And I wish that, again, these are like one of the reprints of the Smash Ultimate ones. I'm like, yeah, it would have been cool if they would have done that. But Falco just kind of looks a little funny, so I guess I would like his Ultimate pose a little bit better. Then we have, I'm going to put 2 out for these because they're kind of a little bit of a difference in quality. We have 2. We have Marth, and then we have Roy, the 2 swordsmen of Super Smash Bros. Melee. There's more, but don't question me on that. So Marth was part of the original wave. It was the first amiibo that I ever had. And I've owned this one ever since Smash 4 came out. And there's some like cool little details like on his cape, but his face does not look good. That is like McDonald's toy type stuff. So at a distance, it just kind of looks cool. But then I feel like Roy is done a bit better. There's more detail to Roy. This is his Smash 4 debut, and again, detail on the cape. But Roy just kind of looks ultimately better. Maybe it's just because it was done at the end of Smash 4, but overall, Roy just looks so much better than Marth does. And then speaking of which, Roy, we have his Echo Fighter, Chrome, and that really nice, like his face looks so much better. Like I'm telling you, hold on, it has to focus. I wish that this thing had an autofocus button, or just a focus button. But his cape is all, his cape looks all nice with those details. And then, yeah, his face looks just so much better than Marth and Roy do. And his sword looks good. Crom overall is just a nice character, and he's fun to play. And so I'm glad that I have his amiibo. And probably one of the better looking Fire Emblem ones, if I do say so myself. Alright, so you can't have Pit without Dark Pit with his giant shotgun rifle. He's gonna blow you up. And Dark Pit, I think, looks ultimately better than Pit does. And I think it's just because of the rifle. The rifle just looks so much cooler. But you don't even use the rifle like in any of his movesets, so I just think that it's weird that they added it to his model. So he's cool. Dark Pit was one that I really was glad that I grabbed. But then one of my other favorite ones, top favorite ones, is Pokemon Trainer with his Pokeball, and he's yelling, and I don't know, I just like the simplicity of Pokemon Trainer, and so I dare to say that this is one of my favorite ones. Why is the color swapping in and out when it goes too far away? What? This is weird. Yeah, Pokemon Trainer looks really, really cool. I wish it would focus. Wonder if I can like put my hand up and it'll... Feels like it's focusing more on my hand. What? Why is it? That's so weird. All these color swapping. I'm getting angry. Overall, Pokemon Trainer looks really cool with his Pokeball and his backpack. Very simple, and I think that makes it work well. But then, right below him, I have the rest of Pokemon Trainer. And so I have Squirtile as well as Charizard, which Charizard was released during Smash 4, and so he looks fine. Charizard looks good. But then Squirtle, you know, is also good looking as well. He was just released during Smash Ultimate, and so he has a little clear thing impaling him right in his back there. But overall, Charizard and Squirtle, they both look good. I'm very content with having all of the Pokemon Trainer set, pretty much. But again, this is why it would be nice if we had, you know, a little bit more, like poses, because it'd be so cool to get Charizard's newest pose. That's just me saying that. Alright, next up we have one of my underrated mains and a great character. We have Lucas. Lucas is cool. Lucas looks great. It's kind of hard to mess up Lucas. He's just going PK Fire or PK Freeze, and he's just kind of, he's about to hit you up with, you know, he's about to hit you up with like a Goku blast. He's about to Kamehameha you right in the face. He's doing great. But I like Lucas. Lucas overall is a good amiibo to have. He's simple. And Ness is also great too. I did own Ness at a time. I don't know where he is. But Lucas sits up on my shelf with pride. Oh wait, I actually forgot one. Actually forgot that I went through one. This one is one of my favorite ones. This is from Smash Ultimate. We have Young Link. Young Link is a top character of mine. I love Young Link. He's got his Kokiri shield and his Kokiri sword. And he just has like a dynamic pose like, I'm about to bash you in the face with the shield, dog. But he looks good. He has great detail. It is weird that they gave a child a skirt, but okay, that's cool. He's a top pick, I would say. Well, I just love playing as Young Link, and then his amiibo was just really easy for me to want to have. Alright, next, right after Young Link, we have yet another one of the Zelda series. We have Toon Link. Toon Link looks good. Toon Link looks simple. I love the detail on the Master Sword. If it will pop up. He looks cool, I swear, guys. Guys, look. Oh, it focused. That's cool. Yeah, you can see all the little details on the Master Sword. And you can see that Toon Link looks really, really cool. And his shield looks great. Oh, I guess I need to just be getting closer. I didn't even think about that. I was just getting further away. I'm a bum. Jeez. Okay, well, nice. Well, this is Toon Link. Now that we've figured out the focusing issue. Only 30 minutes into stream. Next is a wild card of a character because no one really saw her coming, and it was Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer looking all yoga-esque right there. She looks great. Focus. Maybe this isn't what. Well, Wii Fit Trainer is also not a super like detailed character, and like you kind of get her. You get the idea. She's posing. She is there. It says Wii Fit there on her shirt, which is great. But like you kind of guess that Wii Fit's not complicated. I think Wii Fit's just a goofy character that is in the game at all. But I'm glad they put her in. Okay, one of my top requests in Smash Brothers 4, we have Little Mac. Little Mac is really cool. My roommate also plays as him quite often, and just look at those absolutely muscly biceps and the weird off-green color that it's giving. But he looks like he is literally just ready to get into a fight. This is his Smash 4 pose, and so if you hold him like this, he actually looks like genuinely scary. But I actually like this pose. Little Mac was one that I'm glad that I got because you can just make the most insane build on him, and you can just absolutely tear people up. So I'm glad that Little Mac got into the game. Because Little Mac is great. Little Mac is so cool and so much fun. Also, people need to play Punch-Out with Mike Tyson more because it's a hard game. Oh, another amiibo that I was excited to get just because I love how he looks is Greninja. Greninja looks super cool. Greninja is one of the coolest Pokemon that has been in Smash. And just from like his dynamic pose, he has good detail, and he's just fun overall. At least I think so. Not as many people like Greninja, but I am quite fond of him, and his amiibo matches his really fun vibe because he's like landing on the ground. I actually need to look at some of the Smash 4 or the Smash Ultimate poses. I kind of forget what some of them look like. Next is also was announced in Smash 4. We have Palutena. Palutena. It's like top heavy. Palutena was with Kid Icarus Uprising. It makes sense that they were going to put her in, but there's a lot of good detail. Her face looks a little goofy though. She looks kind of possessed, but I like her little halo thing going on. Halo wings. Her hair kind of looks like wings in and of itself. Gotta be honest, they're freaking huge. But there's all these little gold details, and her shield is on there, and her staff. So Palutena is a nice one to have, and I love playing as Palutena every once in a while. Next, we have another Smash 4 newcomer. Actually, I'll show off both of these because there's no reason for this one to take up another spot. The reason that everyone's freaking out about Fire Emblem, Robin and Corrin. Robin is very unique, and Robin looks super cool. I love Robin's design. I love Fire Emblem Awakening, so I'm glad that they had Robin. He looks a little goofy, but he has his little tome right there, and he's pretty neat. I'm glad to have Robin. We also have Corrin, but this time up close. We can look at her toes in real time. Zoom. Hold on. Jamie? Focus in on those. Focus in on those toes. Dadgum, fellas. We are here. Why do they show this woman's feet? Although I do like the part on the sword that's all flame chainsaw sword. I think that's super cool. It's like this little nice pink purple plastic. But Corrin's a little bit more interesting than Robin is. But I'm also fond of Robin a little bit more than Corrin. Or actually, no, reverse that. I like playing as Corrin more than Robin. Alright, we made it out of Smash 4. We made it through 64, Melee, and Brawl. I've shown a couple of Smash Ultimate people, but you get the idea that we are now into a lot of the newcomers. Except Steve. Forget that I did that. First one we have is we have Inkling Girl. Inkling was the start of the Smash Ultimate amiibo, and this one looks great. The little giant slit on her head, her gun filled up with ink, her little canister with more ink in it. This one's really detailed, and I've also seen pictures of the other Inkling amiibo, and it looks pretty similar to this one. But I'm obviously like the Smash Brothers one. I think both just look really good. I like her pink shoes. I just think that this is just designed well, and it was a good first one, considering that she was part of the teaser trailer when Smash Ultimate was first announced. Alright, this next one. This one was also one of the first ones to come out with Smash Ultimate. Boom! Ridley, look at his absolute arthritis-looking torso. Goodness gracious, they have these little gray pieces on the bottom because he's slamming down on the ground, but he's a menacing little guy. Ridley, I was there on the days when everyone thought that Ridley wasn't gonna be in the game, but then he absolutely shocked the masses, and now we own him as an amiibo. And Ridley's amiibo looks really, really cool. It has his tail coming all the way to the front. Look how scary he looks. Ooh, if I saw him at night, I'd be spooked. He's just an intimidating looking guy. But really glad that Ridley made it into the game. Even though I'm not a huge Metroid fan, I'm glad Ridley made it in. Next, I'm going to show two at once. Also some surprises, but I'm glad that they made it in. We have Simon Belmont and Sphincter Belmont. I love the Belmonts. I actually love how true that they are to their games. Simon looks a little goofy, but I love his little chain and everything. He literally just looks like a massive Mondo barbarian man. Like he's just about to bring the whip down. He's about to go yeehaw, just right there. Then Richter, who is the much prettier Belmont. I like Richter's design. I like his little knife down there. His face doesn't look goofy. I like how his chain is all gotten up. And his bicep muscles, goodness gracious, he's just absolutely built. But both of these amiibo look great. You know, they're good poses. Simon is dynamic more than Richter is, but I'm fond of both of them. All right, this next one is a great one. One of my favorite and probably one of the most fun characters, I believe, in Smash ever. Incineroar. Incineroar is just a busted little wrestler kitty cat guy, and he is also about to hit you up with the virtual insanity. Goodness gracious, stop! Just look at that guy. He's about to. This guy is about to tell you, what's the cereal? Frosted Flakes. They're great. Which I think that everybody's already kind of made that joke. But I like that they gave him the purple skin for like Big the Cat. But he has this little fire belts right there because he's a WrestleMania buff machine. Absolute unit. But just a good pose. And Incineroar, I'm glad they put him in. He was fun. Weird as the last reveal, but Incineroar is still cool. I'm glad that he made it into Smash. And his amiibo is great as well. Then the absolute surprise out of nowhere character that no one ever saw coming ever was Piranha Plant. He's gonna eat you. Oh no! Piranha Plant looks just about as great as you can. He's got some mad detail right on his pot. My man is just absolutely filled to the brim with pot. Hold on. Hold on, stand by. Is he going to focus? No. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's got some weird detail right there, and his leaves are all detailed. This man is literally going through photosynthesis as we speak, and then it's kind of hard to mess up a character with no eyes and just a giant mouth, but he looks great, and I'm glad that Piranha Plant is in my collection. So, if you remember, back in 2019... and you were there watching the Direct, the first character, along with Banjo-Kazooie, announced was Hero from Dragon Quest. He sure as heck looks like a Dragon Quest. He looks good. He looks pretty fitting to like Akira Toriyama's like artwork. He's got a little detail, got a little bag. His shield looks great. His sword looks awesome. I actually am really fond of playing with Hero. He's one of the coolest like fighters in Smash, and so now you can just make a real busted amiibo and everybody just freaks out about him every time that you see him in a tournament. So I'm glad that Hero's in the game, just like his type of style. There actually isn't like a character I think is super bad in Smash, like not fun, except they've done my boy Sonic dirty too many times, and I'll tell you that entirely. Alright, the next one that we have, this one was also decisive when it first got announced, and nowadays everyone loves this character because they think they're fun and kind of busted. Byleth. Byleth looks awesome. Byleth's sword is just really cool, has like the flames all over it. Byleth's well designed. I mean, a lot of the Fire Emblem characters are well designed, but like all these little sleeves and again a little dagger down there. Just overall, Byleth looks pretty rockin', and making a Byleth amiibo was so much fun. because I actually use these to build just really busted fighters, because that's the whole point. You wanna be absolutely insanely stacked, and Byleth is the way to go. Oh my gosh, I knocked one over. That was almost really, really bad, guys. Okay, I know that we showed off Minecraft Steven earlier, but now we get to see Minecraft Alexis. Whoa! Alex looks just like Steve does, but with long hair. There's not a lot to the Minecraft ones again, because they're light as can be, and I feel like I could smash them in my hand if I wanted to, but Alex looks great. You can get the idea that Alex just looks totally fine, because there's not much detail to go off of, and that's about it. So we only have 2 more of the Smash line left, because guess what? I wasn't quick to the punch. I'm not a Xenoblade fan, so I don't have Pyra and Mithra, but I do have the man, the myth, the one-winged legend, Sephiroth, and his long sword and one wing. Ooh, spooky. He is really cool looking. Probably one of the best designed ones. His face doesn't even look that bad either. I think overall, this is one of the coolest ones that come out of Smash Ultimate. I mean, it's one of the coolest reveals ever. And Sora just got announced yesterday, so as soon as he gets here, then you know that's going to be one of my favorite ones. But for the most part, I am really content with how Sephiroth turned out, because Sephiroth is just so cool looking. Oh no, his wing! It got attached to the tripod. So then, the last one I have from the Smash line is Kazuya from Tekken. He just looks like he is just about to. He wants to get into a fight. Look at these absolute ripping, bulky mass muscles that he has right there. Goodness gracious, he could fight me. And also, what's up with his toes? Why does he have so? What's up with Smash and like detailing all the amiibos with toes? He has nice little detail. He's not the craziest looking one, but it's Kazuya, so he's just gonna be a lot of fun when you get him into the game. And that's all of the Smash line. Wow, everyone, give it up for yourself. We made it. It only took us 45 minutes to get through, but that's like the bulk of it. Oh wait, actually I have one more. I completely forgot. So this was a gift that was given to me, and I completely forgot, but it's one of my favorite looking ones that I own. It's the Player 2 Cloud. Cloud looks really cool. Look at his Buster Sword. It busts things. And Cloud looks just so awesome. Hold on, we'll get close. He doesn't look... I like the detail, but he doesn't look like super crazy. Is it going to focus? Yes. He looks just about as well as you would think he would. But he does not look like a McDonald's toy that much. But all that matters is having the Buster Sword, and he's great. I'm really glad that I own him as well. Okay, now we are officially finished with all of the Smash line. Oh my gosh, guys, Guys, okay, hold on, I gotta get low. Oh, okay, now we're moving on to the next one. So now the Smash Brothers is gone. No more. He doesn't exist. So now we're moving on to the leg end of Zelda. Wow, we're here, guys. Zelda. We're yeehaw. And now we've moved on, and now I can go over all these guys. There's a lot of walking around. I need a better plan next time. Alright, there's no particular order that these are in, because there's probably a release order, but I'm just going to show them whatever order I want to. This is my thing, not yours. Alright, so the first one we have is we have the Twilight Princess one, Wolf Link with Midna. This one got released with the Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U. And now it goes, but also there's a solo package of it out there. But I did not get it with Twilight Princess on the Wii U because I did not own that game, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't. But it's a good looking one. Wolf Link looks a little derpy, but Midna looks fine. Everyone loves Midna. But if you put him in Breath of the Wild, he runs around and he bites people and he'll kill them. Just don't let him die. I actually, fun fact, I'm only missing one Zelda amiibo. That's the only one that I don't. There's only one that I don't have, and so I will be really close here very soon, and I will own it all. But since we're on the topic of Twilight Princess, we can look at Twilight Princess Link, and all of his glory. He looks like Link, all right, and he has the Hylian shield, and he has a sword look like that. I like this pose. I like how he looks. He's one of like the better looking Zelda ones, honestly. Just because some of them kind of look a little goofy. That one was released by the Zelda 30th anniversary thing. This one, however, was not. This one got released with Skyward Sword HD, and it's Zelda and the Loft Wing because, and look, you can pay to win now. You can pay to fast travel. This one is nice. I like this one. This one, it also costs a little bit more. It's a big guy. This guy's kind of heavy, kind of hefty, and so I'm pretty content with how he looks. Look at his big old tail, and there's all this cool little detail on it and whatnot. And this one I'm quite fond of, but I've never had to use it before. But along with, you can't have Zelda without Bink, the Skyward Sword Link. He looks just about as intimidating as you would think he would be. Just look at that. He also has the Hylian shield. This one's not super fancy or anything. He's just he's ready to fight. He's ready to hit some people, and he's ready to use motion controls to win the game. He's not super crazy, I'll be honest. One of my least favorite links, just in the Zelda line. This one's kind of interesting though. This is one of my favorite links. So we have like the 16-bit one, because I don't know if we can put religious symbolism on Link. Religious symbolism, that's the word. But he walks around and he like fights people, and that's how he looks in the front. Kind of ugly looking. But I do love like the 16-bit ones. They just kind of, I don't know, there's just so much like, I don't know, character to them. And I love like looking at them from all the different angles. So this is one of my favorite ones. Next, we actually are, well, before I get into Breath of the Wild ones, I'll go over the other ones as well. So this one is a little bit more recent, and one of the coolest ones, if I have to say so myself, Toy Link from Link's Awakening. He just looks so nice. He's shiny and glossy, and he literally just has like the smooth plastic on it. He feels like a porcelain doll, and it's so cool, and I love having him in my collection. But like, imagine if you were woken up to a sight with this guy. That'd be kind of spooky. Which Link's Awakening, the remake, was mucho great. I love that one. But one of my favorite Zelda games ever is the Wind Waker. So that's why I was really glad to grab Toon Link and Toon Zelda. Two really good looking ones. Link with his Wind Waker, and then Princess Zelda, not Tetra for some reason. But these for a while were like kind of hard to find. Now separately you can find them pretty good, but some people like to buy them in box, and I'm like, okay, I like decreasing the value of all this kind of stuff, so that's cool. So I'm not really super focused on getting them in the box, but they look really good and they look good together. And so but I did not buy them at once, so it's like kind of looked like it was like Zelda for a little bit, and then I bought Link. So it ended up, oh look, there's a little like detail on the back. Look, there's a shield. But again, the other Toon Link one has the Master Sword, so that looks great. But we can't even go over like one of my favorite ones without talking about another classic, which is Ocarina of Time with Adult Link and Young Link, which, again, these are technically Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, but they both have such nice little details on them, and I absolutely love, like, the Hylian shield on this one. Come on now. Okay, it just doesn't want to focus. That's cool. But I love Link playing as Ocarina, and I love this Link with the mask. They both look really cool and really detailed, and I am very happy. This one is I probably like this one a little bit more than I do Young Link. I'm just trying to get him to focus. Come on now. Oh, that's fine. But both of these together look really, really nice, and it represents the Breath of the Wild. Okay. Now we are on to Breath of the Wild. We have quite a few to go through. Well, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. The only one that I'm missing from the Breath of the Wild set is the Guardian. I sadly do not have the Guardian, but I do have the Zelda and the Ganondorf amiibos ordered for Tears of the Kingdom. It'll be a while before they get here, obviously, as of recording this video. The next one I have is I have Rider Link. Link looks really cool on this one, and I'm content with how he looks, but he's not my favorite. That is all I have to say. He is on a horse, and it's not a Pono, so it kind of stinks. One of the cooler ones, though, that came out of the Breath of the Wild set is just Link himself with a bow and arrow and shooting an ancient arrow, and he looks really nice and detailed, and he doesn't really look that goofy. He looks just pretty good overall. He doesn't have the Master Sword, but he has this like cool little like shield. It's this cool little shield. He doesn't look that crazy. It actually looks pretty good with the Champion's Tunic and everything. This one's probably one of my favorites from Breath of the Wild. All the other Breath of the Wild ones have a tendency to look a little funky, or just kind of not great, or like I don't know. They're just kind of boring. Like there's nothing really going on there. Like the Zelda one. Like it's Zelda with the Sheikah Slate. That's about it. So I own Zelda, and then all at once, when I did not get these when Breath of the Wild came out because I was in high school, I had limited money. But then I became an adult and I could make bad decisions. So I got all at once all of the Guardians, and these guys are pretty solid. We have Revali with his bow. And then we have, Mipha with her spear. Again, they're all pretty well detailed as well. There's like all of Mipha's jewelry and whatnot, and her trident. Not spear, a trident. And then we have, as well, we have Urbosa, this is the front way to see Urbosa, and then if you go this way, she's just looking off a little. She's like looking weirdly, which I don't know why they would pose her like that when I would like to look at the scimitar. That's really cool. And then you also have my favorite, Daruk. Look at this big, massive guy with his big, massive hammer and his big, massive teeth. Goodness gracious, he's a scary looking fella. That's what Gorons are, and each of them have like their little, like Divine Beast little bandana thing that they have on. It's not a bandana, I just forgot the name of it. But they're okay. All the Guardians are cool to have. And then this one that I have, they also decided for some reason that they wanted to release a Bokoblin. And he looks ugly, which like they look ugly normally, but dang, he just does not. He looks a little grody. He look like he has a little gut and little skull necklace. That's cool. I mean, he looks good. Like he's well designed. But he's supposed to look gross. And they have their little loincloth. Ew, gross. Get that out of here. Oh man. And then the last one, the one that I really am super fond of, we have Link, and he's about to hit you up. He's gonna get you. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's coming at you. Oh no! Oh, he got you. Oh no. Link looks really solid. Like for the most part, like he just looks super good. He has the Master Sword on, the Hylian hood, just how I look right now, and like the actual Tears of the Kingdom. But this is one of the coolest Zelda ones ever. Just because they gave Link just this awesome pose and his arm reaching out. Oh, it's so great. All right, that is all for the Zelda one. There's no more Zeldas. I know I don't own Zelda for the Smash Brothers one. I don't own Sheik. They're both they're there. But I don't know. I just don't feel like I would like to buy them. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, now we're moving on to just some assorted ones. We're actually nearing the end. This stream wasn't super complicated, but we're nearing the end, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just going to show you some of my favorite ones I own. I still keep in the box. This one is actually one of my top favorite ones. I absolutely love this one. Mega Man from Mega Man 11. Oh my gosh, he looks so good. I love this pose. He just looks so slick. He's one of my favorite ones. That's why I put on the thumbnail. He looks so great. I keep him in box because I want him to increase in value and be worth $500 billion, and I sell him away and then I lose my child. He looks amazing. And another one that I also keep in box. This is the last one that I keep in box. I own the Golden Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight, but gold. Which the fact that there's a Shovel Knight amiibo is super wild and crazy, and I'm so glad that an indie game like Shovel Knight has blown up the way that it has. But I own the golden one. And I don't know how much that it's worth. But I know that some of them go for a high price, and so I'm going to keep the gold ones in the box because it is totally worth it. The rest of these amiibos, some of them I just think are cool, I'm fond of it, or I just got it because I knew it would be worth quite a bit, because not that I'm a scalper, but if I'm not super attached to it, somebody is. But for the most part, I'm probably just going to keep these. I'm probably not going to sell my amiibo unless it really comes down to I just have to support myself. So for the first one I actually got this for $10. This is one of the Monster Hunter Rider ones. You can actually pop it off, and so you can get just the dragon, and then you can put him on. But this is one of them. This is how I actually found it. I don't know if they come in the set together. The actual guy himself does not look that bad. He's actually pretty well detailed, and his sword looks cool. Like I said, so does the dragon. But the cool thing is that there's another one with Rathalos and Hoodie Guy, which again, he can also come off. And little anime boy himself does not look that bad. He looks pretty great, and he just has a pretty simple sword and shield, and his design is great. But again, you can change it up. You can put this guy on here. I actually really like that. I think that's super cool and something that should be played with a little bit more. And I'm not a big Monster Hunter fan, but like I can see the appeal. And like, look, they can ride a different one, and that's just really, really cool to me. And I love like the interchangeability, which that's why I am super fond of the Mr. Game & Watch one, which is an amiibo that my house owns. So both of the Monster Hunter ones are interchangeable, and oh, hello, and super cool, and they can fight in the sky. They can kiss. They can kiss each other. Mwah. Now they can go away. Okay. Alright, now we are to, what should I show next? I'll show this one. This is also another one of the 16-bit ones. We have Mario, but like his modern colors. I don't have the other one. And I didn't really plan on buying this one, but I found it and I was thinking, oh, I just have to get this one. Because again, they just look nice. It's the 30th anniversary Super Mario Brothers, and he jumps out of the pipe. And I thought it would be really cool to get, and it looks cool on my shelf. And who doesn't like Mario? I mean, everyone loves Mario. What's another one? Oh, and speaking of Mario, we need to go through and get Donkey Kong, the only Donkey Kong amiibo I own, because he looks so goofy. But I like this pose a lot, and all of his toes. Look at those things. Wow. A lot of big toe action going on from Nintendo. Let's get a zoom in on that. Let's get a zoom in on those toes. Dang. Woo-wee. Showing them off. Donkey Kong looks really nice. And then we're just right next to Donkey Kong. Not in the Mario series, but one that I'm fond of is Chibi Robus. And his plug. He's gonna get you. He's gonna peck you with his plug. Oh no. Chibi Robo is a top tier game. I love the original Chibi Robo. And so I had to get the amiibo because they're not gonna make any more Chibi Robo games, and I'm sad. But I love it if they put Chibi Robo in Smash next one because Chibi Robo deserves it. That's a different rant for a different day, guys. Okay, so I gotta put it right back on the shelf. The next one that I own, this one came in a double pack. There's only 4 of this series, but we have the Emmy from Metroid Dread, which is a phenomenal game, and then we have Samus from Metroid Dread. She's about to, I don't even know what pose this is. I don't know. I don't really get this pose. Is she about to fight the Emmy, and this is how she gets ready? Which, if so, that would be cool. She's gonna be like, oh no, I'm getting grabbed by the Emmy. Oh geez, that's the only way I can really envision it. But when they're in the box, they're like this. So I don't really get that. So okay, I mean it's whatever. But either way, Metroid Dread's amazing, and I'm glad that I got the amiibo for it because I knew I was gonna be really fond of it. But then, what's great is I got this for also a cheap price as well. The Samus Returns Samus one, the remake on the 3DS. I don't own the Metroid, which if I could, I would, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But oh, there's a big bit of dust on that one. But this one looks just so cool. This one like the big shoulder pads. This is what the Smash amiibo should have looked like for Samus. Just absolutely beefy, bulky cannon woman. And this one looks great. This is one of my top favorites for sure. Alright, we're moving on to the final 5. Who's it gonna be? This one, I just love this series, and so I wanted to collect all 4 of the amiibo because there was only 4 of them. It's Kirby! Kirby on his star. He flies around. I'm never going to do that again. I'm really... Anyway, please forget I did that. He flies on his star and goes, wee! That was so much better than the noise that I made. Anyway, it's Kirby on a star. He looks great. He's really simple. Again, it's hard to mess up Kirby. Actually, I want to look at the other Kirby one and see like how like close that they look together, because I think there's just like a difference of like size. That's pretty much it. They're pretty dang similar though. They're not like they literally look almost like remotely the same. Like there's a slight color difference, which I think you can tell on the camera, but that's pretty much the only difference in between them. The one on the star just seems to have like a darker pink, which is okay. But you can't have Kirby without Mega Knight with his sword and his little punch things, his hands, and he looks like he's just about to get ready into a fight. This one is also a good and well-designed one. I just love Meta Knight. All the Kirby characters are really easy, just design-wise, and they look some of the best ones. These are some of the best-looking amiibo, and his cape is so long, and Meta Knight looks amazing as well. But then the final two that are in the entire collection of the Kirby is, of course, you have King DDD saying, "Stop! That's cringe!" And then he also has his buddy Waddle Dee, and so he picks up the Waddle Dees and pushes them at Kirby. That's cool. These two are also phenomenal, but this King DDD looks a lot different than the Smash Brothers one. If you know what the King DDD one looks like, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But Waddle Dee looks great. King DDD looks also great, but he looks just a little funny. So he's definitely, both of these are actually super well designed, and I'm really glad that I own them both. Because there will come a day where Kirby will get a resurgence. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, the Kirby amiibos." But I'm gonna have them. Alright, we are now down to the last amiibo. And which one would I save for the last one? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I love Yoshi, and I love him as a character. I don't own his other one, but I just couldn't go without getting the Wool Yoshi amiibo. This one is one of my favorite ones. I love that it's wool, it's so soft, and it's nice, and it's an amiibo, because it says it there on the bottom. Oh my gosh, but look, I just love the little crochet. I love how he's stitched. He's absolutely wonderful. But this one is one of the best ones. All of the Wool Yoshi ones, I love them so much. And they're just like one of the best ones in my collection, and so I had to get one, and I did, and now it sits pridefully up on my shelf. And so, with that being said, guys, that is every single amiibus I own. Amiibo. And this was fun. I love showing off my amiibo. I've worked really hard on it. It's been a collection I've been doing for about 4 years now. And it's just a hobby. I love collecting. And I'm really glad that I've made it all the way through. But that's where I'm at, and I just wanted to show you guys, because I think that having amiibo are really cool. They're nice little collector's items. And it's great. Overall, just a really fun time. So I know this stream wasn't super long, but thank you guys for watching. And if you enjoy this type of stuff and watching me do stuff with my hands, then let me know. That was awesome. And I will love to do that again. And so I will see you guys in the next stream.